Are you in search of a pharmacy for all your medical needs? Check out my guy Jason Hu's Skylands Pharmacy and Compounding, located at 337 US 46 Rockaway, New Jersey, zip code 07866, serving all of New York and New Jersey. They specialize in compounding sildenafil for male erectile dysfunction, as well as semaglutide and tirzepatide for weight loss. They come to you with an amazing delivery service, so don't worry about having to come in person. Once again, check out Skylands Pharmacy and Compounding in Rockaway, New Jersey by my guy Jason Hu was the first guy to buy my merch. You can call them at 973-559-7979. That's 973-559-7979. Proud partner of the DJ Sports Show on WRCR 1700 AM and WRCR.com. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host, DJ Hamilton of the DJ Sports Show here on WRCR 1700 AM radio in Garnerville, New York. And we are back. Aren't we back, Will?
We are indeed, DJ.
Oh, man, it feels good to be back. It's been an eventful summer, to say the least, for me. 2024 has been the best summer of my life. And it's been, last time I was here was Father's Day weekend. And that was 2 months ago. But July, I'm going to tell you, July, I went to my friend's go-away party July 6th. My friend Tyreek moved to Texas. That was a great party. Last time I was here on the radio, we talked about my Tremendous 24 poll that I was releasing. That ended up being very great, increased audience engagement. Rob Parker, actually, he won it. It was very close, though. Luis Granados came in second, the record-breaking goalkeeper I interviewed from Manhattanville College. Lamont Edwards, my friend who's actually going to be playing professional basketball in Albania soon for FIBA basketball. Yeah, he came in third. Ansley Almanor, Kentucky Wildcats, who will be playing for Kentucky basketball this coming season. He came in fourth, and my friend Anthony Simon, former Renfrew High School basketball star here locally, came in fifth. So that was great to celebrate all my hard work through the first 4 years, first 24 people I interviewed, and I'm actually going to be doing a project going more in deep and doing articles on each person, so that's great. I went to my first live comedy show. I don't know if I told you, but I went to see Kevin Hart live on July 20th.
Oh, nice. How was that?
Oh, before DR. And before Chicago, Kevin Hart, that was hilarious. It was in Poughkeepsie, New York. I know you've done live shows there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, he showed up. He came to Poughkeepsie, and it was great to see him actually come. He's like, oh, because people made fun of him like, oh, you're going to Poughkeepsie? What's in Poughkeepsie? He was like, oh, I love you guys here. And I was like, man, that's real that he showed up. I was like, Kevin Hart, I got to see him. I've never been to a comedy show. And the fact that I don't have to go to the city to see him, I was like, I got to take advantage of this. I saw it in mid-June. I said, let me buy the tickets now on his bio.
Unexpected. Poughkeepsie, not a place you'd expect Kevin Hart to play, but it's good he was there.
Oh, yeah, it was packed. It was a great show, though. Great show. Even the people before him, like his people, they were funny, too. They were funny. Yeah, the openers. And then I went to DR, Punta Cana for my 24th birthday. Kobe year on July 25th. Went for 5 days. Some of the best days of my life. Did the dune buggy and all that.
Nice.
And to the party boat, the safari trip, learned a lot about the culture there. People are really nice, food's good. Yeah, I stayed at Ocean Blue and Sand, so it was great. And in Chicago, NABJ we're going to get to at the end of the show. Sports networking, met a lot of big-time people from Chris Haynes, Jay Harris, L. Duncan, and so forth. So we're going to get to that near the end of the show. But first things first, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about some topics today. We're going to talk about the 2024 USA men's basketball team capturing their 5th consecutive gold medal. This is the greatest team ever assembled, and we're going to be building my 2028 USA basketball men's team, and then talk about my NABJ, reflecting on my NABJ 2024 experience, my first time at the convention. So first things first is the 2024 USA men's team last Saturday claimed their 5th consecutive gold medal, defeating France in the gold medal game 98-87 for the 2nd straight Olympics. This is the 5th straight medal for the USA men's team. You know, this goes back to 2008, the Redeem team. 2012, they won the gold medal in London. 2016 in Rio. And 2020 with Tokyo, which took place in 2021 because of COVID. And then this year, 2024 in Paris. This USA men's basketball team was very dominant, led by the 3 pillars of a generation of basketball: LeBron James, Stephen Curry, and Kevin Durant. This gold medal meant a lot for these players. LeBron James was named the FIBA MVP. This was his 4th medal in total, his 3rd gold. He's the first USA men's basketball player to win a gold medal in 3 different decades: in the 2000s, 2008 in Beijing, 2010s and 2012 in London, and the 2020s here in France this summer. Kevin Durant, this is his 4th gold medal. He has the most all-time amongst men, and he's the all-time leading USA basketball scorer, men or women, in history, where he passed Lisa Leslie earlier in the Olympics this past summer. And then Stephen Curry, he claimed his first Olympic gold medal. That was the only thing missing on his illustrious resume of his career. And to see these three, how they put their egos aside for the country and how they showed their leadership in different ways was remarkable. And this is a testament to what we want to see for generations to come. And one thing that stood out to me is how they moved without the ball. Steph Curry always moving without the ball. Kevin Durant doing other things outside of scoring. We know he's mainly known for scoring, but he was defending, rebounding, and creating shots for others. LeBron James doing what he does, always flirting with triple doubles. But here is some sounds from Stephen Curry of his three-point barrage that took place during the gold medal game.
Curry, jab, triple, he sticks it!
Steph say calm down, everybody.
It's Clowney with a chance of Curry's. Avenge the loss in the gold medal game in Tokyo. DeColo fades and finishes.
Where has this been?
Curry, step back, pump, Curry, ridiculous!
That's unfair.
Steph Curry, too pure. Booker on the attack, kick, Curry, again? You already know! Steph Curry, back to Curry, dancing on Batum, over the double team. Oh! It's a golden dagger! Night! Curry, unconscious in the fourth. Steph Curry is inevitable. Get it in for Anthony Davis. And for the 5th consecutive Olympics, the United States of America is golden. They defeat France in back-to-back gold medal games, 98-87, the final in Paris.
Yes, those were the sounds from an incredible gold medal game. You could feel the ruckus crowd, the infectious energy. You hear Noah Eagle going, oh, you heard Dwayne Wade going, night. You know that classic Steph Curry meme, night? Oh, we saw it first in the 2022 finals when he destroyed the Boston Celtics in that finals. And he did it again. That was probably the most iconic shot of his career. I mean, he's had many, from the Mike Breen 2016 bang from half court against Oklahoma City Thunder to the Game 4 performance against the Boston Celtics where he hit that dagger shot. And then now the Olympics on the biggest stage. There were over 19.5 million people watching this game. Yeah, this was a very heavily watched game. And Stephen Curry, I know LeBron got the FIBA Olympic MVP, but you could even make an argument that Stephen Curry could have won it too. That he should have won it. He led the USA team in a high of 24 points. He came up heroic in crunch time, hitting 4 of his 7 threes in the fourth quarter, including 3 consecutive three-pointers in the final 2 minutes. And those were crucial three-pointers because this was a very close game down the stretch. France was within 3-4 points with about 2:50 left until Steph Curry started chefing. That's why they call him Mr. Chef Curry. Ain't that right, Will?
I suppose so.
I suppose so. You know that's his nickname, right?
I did not know that. I'm learning
think?
things in real time. I know nothing about basketball, man. You're
Hey.
speaking to the absolute amateur in this.
Hey, beginner, you know?
I just learned about the sleep time. I saw him.
Sleep
I saw the
time?
video. He's doing the sleep
Oh,
thing.
you got to
The
do the
nap
nap time.
Yeah,
Make them go night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good though. That's classic. He's got to keep that up. That's good.
Yeah, that's his go-to trademark now, man. And I love it. I love how he shows his personality. He's not afraid to display it. And it goes to his game. He has a lot of flair, a lot of excitement. And he had help as well. KD and Devin Booker had 15 points apiece. LeBron further with a triple-double, 14 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds. Anthony Davis, his impact defensively was monstrous. 10 rebounds, 4 blocks. He had 6 offensive rebounds, creating second-chance opportunities for the USA men's basketball team. He led both the teams in rebounds and blocks. And he was guarding Victor Wembanyama and switching out on guards of that nature, showing why he's so versatile. The USA team shot 50% from the three-point line, 18 of 36. You cannot go back and reflect on any team, much teams in basketball history, not just the NBA, in history, that you could say shot over 50% from the three-point range at the volume, at the rate that the USA men's team shot in this game. Over 30-plus attempts, you cannot find that in basketball history very often. You're not going to find that. It's going to be rare, whether it's college level, high school, or pro. So the fact that they shot 50% from 3 and they shot 36 attempts and connected on 18 of them is unprecedented. France was 9 of 30 from 3, shot 30%. Victor Wembanyama had a game-high 26.7 rebounds. He's coming. That's all I got to say. He is coming. He is only 20 years old. This is his first Olympics. He's just coming off his first season, unanimous Rookie of the Year, and he's going to dominate the league for foreseeable future. He almost beat the team that had 3 of the top 15 greatest players of all time, Kevin Durant, LeBron, and Stephen Curry, by himself. And he had some help from Gershon Yabusele, who had 20 points as well. But Victor Wembanyama was the primary reason why France almost won this game. And I think he's going to be the favorite to be gold in 2028 because he'll have more NBA season, more polish, and things of that nature. But let's get to the topic at hand, ladies and gentlemen. I want to talk about, is this 2024 USA men's basketball team the greatest team ever? So when I was thinking about this question, I thought to myself, okay, what teams are in consideration? The 1992 USA men's basketball team that had Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson, and you also had Larry Bird, you had Dave Robinson, Charles Barkley, Clyde Drexler, John Stockton, you name it, Scottie Pippen, list goes on. You also have the 08 Redeem team that's in that conversation. Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, they were in their primes. LeBron James, Chris Paul. You had Jason Kidd on that team. You had Dwight Howard, Chris Bosh. That team was loaded. What about the 96 Dream Team 2? You had Gary Payton. You had 3 top 7 centers of all time. Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal, David Robinson. You had a young Grant Hill, who at that time many considered the next face of the league before the ankle injuries. You had Penny Hardaway as well, who was right up there with Grant Hill when they were considering who was the next face of the league before the injuries derailed him. You had a loaded team. And then you have this 2024 USA men's basketball team. 3 of the top 15 players of all time, and LeBron James, Stephen Curry, and Kevin Durant. You have Anthony Davis, a surefire Hall of Famer. Jason Tatum's coming off a championship, 3 consecutive All-NBA first-team selections, and he could barely even see the floor. This guy is one of the top 8 players in the league. That's how stacked this team was. You had Devin Booker, one of the greatest scorers of this generation. You had Anthony Edwards, who many, either him or Booker, for best shooting guard in the league. Anthony Edwards has just turned 23 years old. He's coming off one of the best season of his career. And they just made the Western Conference Finals this year, the Minnesota Timberwolves. So, this is a very stacked team. And you also, who am I forgetting? Drew Holiday as well. He was a perimeter. He's the preeminent perimeter defender of this generation. When you think of preeminent defenders on the perimeter, it's him and Kawhi Leonard of this generation. But the guard position is Drew Holiday, and there's no discussion. When you ask NBA players who's the best perimeter defender in the league the last 5 seasons, I bet you the majority of their answers are going to say Drew Holiday. And the Celtics got a steal last year in that trade. They heisted Milwaukee. And I'm also forgetting about Joel Embiid, Bam Adebayo. The list goes on and on. That's how stacked this team was. Now, when I'm making my argument on why the 2024 USA men's basketball team is the greatest team ever, yes, I know 1990. The old generation might say 1992 with Jordan, Magic, Bird, and the rest of the crew. But when I take into account the competition they played, 1992, there was no international players on the level of Nikola Jokic of Serbia that the USA team played against this year. There was no Victor Wembanyama of France, who's a 7'4" alien who could do it all on both ends of the floor. That's something we've never seen before. There was no Giannis. There was no Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from Canada. There's no Luka Doncic from Slovenia. And those are like Giannis, Shai, and Luka. The USA team didn't have to play against because they were on a different side of the pool. There was only 12 non-US NBA players in the Olympics in 1992, and there were 69 this year in the Olympics. That shows you the growth of the NBA. And yes, we got to predicate that. That's a testament to the 1992 team. They were the originators of launching the game internationally. That led to guys like Dirk Nowitzki from Germany, Yao Ming of China, Pau Gasol from Spain, Tony Parker from France, Manu Ginobili from Argentina. They said throughout the years, the Dream Teams would inspire them to want to play basketball, get them wanted to play the sport. Michael Jordan inspired them, the Dream Team as a whole. So yes, I want to give the Dream Team their flowers as well. Yes, I know Magic Johnson at that time. He was coming off retirement. The NBA trying to give him a special spot in 1992. He wasn't prime Magic Johnson. Larry Bird he was playing with a bad back. He had a back brace for crying out loud, but he was still hitting clutch shots for the team when they needed him to, and he did what Larry Bird does. Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan. We all know he was the best player in the world at that time. So, he was going to do what he was going to do. Scottie Pippen, him and Scottie Pippen were making Tony Kukoc, their future teammate, give him a living hell in that Olympics in 1992. They sure were in Barcelona. Charles Barkley actually, you think Michael Jordan led the team in scoring. It wasn't actually Michael Jordan. It was actually Charles Barkley. That was the unique thing. Charles Barkley led the team in 18 points per game. And he also did that in the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. So, and David Robinson as well. You had a gazelle running the floor, 7'1", and protecting the rim. Clyde Drexler coming off your bench as the backup shooting guard from Michael Jordan. Talk about a team right there. But when I think about the quality of competition internationally, I just think the 1992 team didn't play the quality competition that the 2024 USA team played. And the last 6 NBA MVPs have been international. One of them played on the USA team in Joel Embiid, but the rest of them played for their countries. And it just shows the exponential growth of the game. So I'll have to say, if I were to rank my top 3 USA men's teams or teams ever assembled talent-wise, is the 2024 USA team. You have LeBron, who's considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. He's in the top 2 discussion. The greatest all-around player we've ever seen. Stephen Curry is by far the greatest shooter God ever created, like Stephen A. Smith would say. Ain't that right, Will?
Suppose so. Yeah.
He's the greatest shooter to ever walk the planet.
He did a really good job in the Olympics, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah. It's not even close. There's no shooter that comes close to Stephen Curry. And Kevin Durant, 7-footer who changed the game. He's basically a combination of George Gervin. All you young folks out there don't know who George Gervin is. That's how you know I'm a historian of the game. I know who George Gervin is. He's one of the smoothest offensive scorers we've ever seen in basketball. Kevin Durant, it's like if you put, you know how you make a cake batter, you mix it up. Put George Gervin, some Tracy McGrady, and put Dirk Nowitzki's height, you get Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is the most lethal scoring forward in NBA history. We never seen a combination of skill on all 3 levels with such grace and polish and look aesthetically pleasing as Kevin Durant. And then it's not even including the fact Anthony Edwards, many are considering a young MJ, young Michael, a young Kobe. He's next in line of that ilk of legendary shooting guards. Devin Booker, one of the greatest scoring guards we've ever seen. Jason Tatum, he's a great two-way player. He barely even saw the court, like I mentioned earlier. And he's a 3-time consecutive All-NBA first-team selection. Anthony Davis is one of the preeminent two-way forces of this generation of bigs. Bam Adebayo, one of the most versatile bigs in the league. He can play making the high post. He can shoot the mid-range. He's great at protecting the rim, and he can run the floor all day. Embiid is a beast in the low post. You got to play at a slower pace with Embiid. He's not as quick as Bam Adebayo or AD, but in the low post and in backing his man down, protecting the rim, when he's healthy, he's a load to deal with. So, yeah, I would have to say this USA men's basketball team is the greatest ever. But coming back from the break, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about the 2028 USA. We're going to be rebuilding my 2028 USA men's basketball team with LeBron, KD, and Steph most likely on their way out in 2028. We're going to talk about that. But I want to know your guys' thoughts. Is the 2024 USA men's basketball team the best ever? You could call the number 845-429-1700 to let us know your thoughts. It's the DJ Sports Show here on WRCR 1700 AM Radio, and we'll be right back. Yes, we are back here on WRCR 1700 AM Radio here on the DJ Sports Show in Garnerville, New York. And now it's time for the 2028 USA men's basketball team. We're going to be drafting the 2028 LA team that will be taking place in Los Angeles. So, with LeBron, KD, and Steph looking like they're on their way out, LeBron's going to be 40 this year. We know he's not going to be in the 2028 Olympics. KD is 30, going to be 36 later this year. He'll be 40 that year. He said we'll see, but most likely he won't be playing in the Olympics. And we have Stephen Curry, who will be turning 40 that year as well. And this might be a one-and-done situation with him winning his gold medal in epic fashion. If I were him, I probably wouldn't come back. That was a heroic shot. That was an iconic shot, and that's just a honeymoon way to go out. So I wouldn't come back if I were him. I think I would go out on that swan song, one and done in the Olympics. So I got my glasses on here, put my GM cap on, looking like Captain America. Ain't that right, Will?
Absolutely. I could see a shield in your hand.
Hey, you can call me, not DJ on this show, you call me Mr. Hamilton with the glasses on, or Donald.
There you go. Donald.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. You call me Donald or Mr. Hamilton.
Real professional.
Real professional out here. So, we got to do a little GM over here. It's going to be, there was a lot of veterans on this team. So, we're going to quickly go to a redraft. So, I'm crossing out Steph, LeBron, and KD. That's 3 automatics right there. I don't think we'll be in the 2028 Olympic team for the men's basketball team. And then Drew Holiday's on the older side. He's 34. I'm going to predict he's not on the team. That's 4 spots. And then we have Derek White as well, the Boston Celtics. That's 5 available, open for the USA men's basketball team. I know Joel Embiid expressed he might play for Team Cameroon in 2028, so that might be 6 potential open spots. So the guaranteeds to me are going to be Tatum, the Boston Celtics, Devin Booker, the Phoenix Suns, Anthony Edwards, the Minnesota Timberwolves, Tyrese Halliburton, the Indiana Pacers. We have Bam Adebayo of Miami Heat, Anthony Davis of Los Angeles Lakers, who are on this year's 2024 gold medal team. So we have 6 spots. Some of my candidates I wrote down yesterday: John Moran, the Memphis Grizzlies; Paolo Banchero, the Magic; Chet Holmgren, the Thunder; Zion Williamson, the Pelicans; and Kate Cunningham, Detroit Pistons. Also, I have Cooper Flagg of Duke, Evan Mobley of the Cavaliers, Trae Young, the Atlanta Hawks, Jalen Green, the Houston Rockets, and LaMelo Ball, the Charlotte Hornets. So we're going to need some guards. And we have a lot of guards here. One guard I'm going to put on here is John Morant. I know John Morant's had his troubles, but we're going to need some flair, some excitement. If he can stay out of trouble and stay healthy, he could bring a different flair and excitement the way Steph Curry did in this Olympics, but in his own special way with his acrobatic aerial assault on the rim and what he does finishing at the rim. He is one. I always said he's a more explosive version of Kyrie Irving. That's how special he is. Next, I need a big. Paolo Banchero. I think Orlando Magic, he's a rising superstar in this league. He's going to continue to get better. And I just think by 2028, he's going to be an MVP candidate. So that's 2 right there. I'm also going to put Chet Holmgren in there, OKC Thunder. If it wasn't for Wembanyama, we'll be talking more about Chet Holmgren and how unique he is at 7'1", an elite shot blocker, can spread the floor, put the ball on the floor. He needs to get stronger, but I think by 2028, he'll be entering near his prime. I think he'll be one of the best bigs in the league. Him and Wembanyama are forming a great rivalry, and I would love to see that on an Olympic stage. So that's 3. I have 3 more open spots. This is a big jump right here, but he hasn't played in NBA yet. He's drafted to be number 1 pick in 2025. His name is Cooper Flagg. I call him the Menace from Maine, or people call him the Main Event, as he's from Maine, if you didn't know that, Will. So
I did not.
Yeah, that's a dope nickname, the Main Event or Menace from Maine.
There you go.
That is, yeah, I just think he impressed everybody at the USA Select Camp when they were going against the pros. They had the USA Select team and the main guys playing. They were getting ready, warmed up for the Olympics at the time in July. And he's only 17, holding his own against the best in the world. Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Devin Booker. All of them were highly impressed. The guy's not even legal to vote yet. That's how it's incredible. And he is a beast on both ends of the floor. He's an elite defender. I think he's even more transformational defensively than he is offensively, which is saying a lot. He needs to develop his outside shot off the dribble more. But if he does that, there's no telling how good he can be. And then that's 4. And then I'm going to throw in Zion if he stays healthy. And then we have one more spot. I'm going to say, man, this is tough. I'm going to say, we have Trae Young, we have Jalen Green, LaMelo Ball. We have enough. We have enough bigs. So I'm going to say, I think I'm going to throw in, what's his name? If he could mature, I think I'm throwing LaMelo Ball in there. I think at 6'8", we need a big guard. We're going to need some size. Guards are getting bigger in this new era. So I think LaMelo Ball will be the last person as well in my 2028, rebuilding the team for 2028 Olympics. But the last thing I want to get into, ladies and gentlemen, before we close out the show, as we have 5 minutes left, is my NABJ experience in Chicago. This was my first time in the NABJ convention. This was the 49th anniversary of the NABJ convention. That's produced some legends throughout the years, from Malika Andrews on NBA Today of ESPN. We also had Monica McNutt. She went there as well back in the day. Yeah, Stephen A. Smith and Allen from there as well. And I got to hear a lot of these people speak. I got to meet some of them, talk to them. Chris Haynes from TNT Sports, silent reporter. I got to meet Newey Scruggs, a multi-time Emmy Award sportscaster. I got to meet Elle Duncan, Shanae, and all these great people in sports, network with people, make new friends. And one thing that stood out to me is when I'm hearing Malika speak, I'm hearing Elle Duncan speak, I'm hearing Chris Haynes, I'm hearing Shanae, Andrea Carter, about how they talk about they went through a lot of no's before they got that one yes. And you would think of their caliber, how great you see them on TV, they look like they're perfect. No, they went through the trials and tribulations too to get to where they're at today. They went through a lot of no's, those hard times, and they overcame adversity. They didn't quit. And that's what really stood out to me. And then I'm hearing Elle Duncan, that women's panel speak with Elle Duncan, Shanae, Monica McNutt, and Andrea Carter, the WNBA panel. They covered the WNBA. Talking about always be yourself. Be your unique self. Continue to sharpen your craft, but be yourself. Be your own unique self. Make your content unique in your way. Everybody's different. And how they even deal with mental health struggles sometimes. And they really humanize themselves. Because sometimes you look at these people on TV, it's like, man, Like, man, you probably don't think, oh, they get these emotions too, like regular people, like us regular people here in society do. But no, they're humans too, just like us. You get to hear them speak about their struggles, how they deal with their day-to-day, how they deal with the pressures. That's one thing I really took from that. And it was great to see it in person. It's one thing to see it on TV because you don't see the behind the scenes. But when you hear them, when you're in the same rooms with these people and get to hear them speak, get to know them personally, and hear them talk about their struggles and their stories and stuff like that. Like I learned about Andrea Carter. She used to drive Uber back in the day for money. And look where she's at now on ESPN covering women's college basketball, the WNBA, talking about the NBA. She's on First Take sometimes. She went from that to ESPN. Look where she's doing now. It shows to go, if you put the work in and you believe in yourself and network, you can do anything you put your mind to. When she told me that, I was like, wow, my jaw dropped. And like, I was like, wow, I did not expect that when she told me she used to drive Uber and Lyft for money. And look where she's at now. So, ladies and gentlemen, those of you guys out there listening in Rockland, wherever, it doesn't matter where you come from. You put the work in, you believe in yourself, surround yourself with the right people who are going to give you good constructive criticism to help you get better, and make sure you network with whatever respective field you are in, network with those type of people to get your name out there. Those people can help you lead to a job and form genuine connections. I've done that at my time at NABJ. I was actually invited to the NBCU journalism workshop. If you didn't know that, well, I got invited to that.
Wow! Congratulations! Yeah,
that was
moving up.
Yeah, that was a big deal, man. I was stoked when I got the invite in late June. Yeah, I actually teared up a little bit. So yeah, that was great.
It's beautiful, man. I like that for you.
Yeah, and I got to see ESPN First Take live. Saw Stephen A. coming with his extra shenanigans and intro coming in. It was a live show, so yeah, I got to see that. Molly Qerim, Caleb Williams, I saw him. They were talking in person. Chicago Bears. DJ Moore was there. That was great in Chicago. And then I also got to see Chance the Rapper was there too. Yeah.
not who I'd expect to be there, but that's a nice surprise.
Yeah, he was on First Take too. It was great. So yeah, it was a great experience at NABJ. I hope to be back there many, many more. My guy Rob Parker, shout out to him. He was the guy who encouraged me to come after our iconic interview in April. He's an NABJ Hall of Fame inductee, sports journalist, and media personality. So, yeah, this has been a great show here, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be back. Hope you all missed me. We're back here with sports, with NFL and NBA coming on.
Before we go, I believe there's a lovely sponsor we'd like to maybe thank before we leave.
Oh, yes. Skylands Pharmacy.
Do we want to do that?
Yes, before we close it out.
Okay, great.
Are you in search of a pharmacy for all your medical needs? Check out my guy Jason Hu's Skylands Pharmacy and Compounding, located at 337 US 46 Rockaway, New Jersey, zip code 07866, serving all of New York and New Jersey. They specialize in compounding sildenafil for male erectile dysfunction, as well as semaglutide and tirzepatide for weight loss. They come to you with an amazing delivery service, so don't worry about having to come in person. Once again, check out Skylands Pharmacy and Compounding in Rockaway, New Jersey by my guy Jason Hu was the first guy to buy my merch. You can call them at 973-559-7979. That's 973-559-7979. Proud partner of the DJ Sports Show on WRCR 1700 AM and WRCR.com.